This case comes from Texas, and the University of Texas at Austin uses race among many factors in filling about the last quarter of the slots in its freshman classes. It fills the rest of those seats through what's called a top 10 plan, where graduates from Texas high schools in the top 10% of their classes are guaranteed admission, and that's without consideration of race.
I'm very, very humbled and grateful that the justices of the Supreme Court have decided to hear my case again today. Like most Americans, I don't believe that students should be treated differently based on their race. Hopefully, this case will end racial classifications and preferences in admissions at the University of Texas.
The court and General Varelli addressed.
So the white Texas woman who is challenging this plan was not admitted under either program, and she says that Texas gets sufficient diversity in its classes through the top 10 plan, which does not take account of race. But because Texas high schools are so segregated, there are large numbers of Hispanic students and also African American students who are admitted that way.
Death knell for affirmative action for race, any kind of racial.
We have said in our briefs, and certainly we've said all along, that race is an odious classification. And it really doesn't matter if your results are small. That sort of indicates you didn't have to do it in the first place. So to do it for reasons that are not compelling and are not established by the evidence and were not the basis of decision is inappropriate.
We're interested in another round of this litigation.
The university says, yes, we do get some diversity that way, but it's not enough. And we need this plan, which they stress uses race among many factors, to get more diversity and also a different kind of diversity.
The interest in the educational benefits of diversity and that our use of race and ethnicity. Diversity fosters an understanding of one another, of our students, and with respect for their differences. I know this from the many conversations and observations I've had with our students in the recent weeks and days. Diversity at our campus, a humanities major. Crystal plans to attend medical school.
Well, it doesn't happen all that often that the Supreme Court hears the same case for the second time, but that's exactly what's happening today. Abigail Fisher's case was first in front of the court in 2012 with a decision issued in 2013. At the time, many people thought that that was the case the court would use to restrict affirmative action in college admissions. In fact, the court issued a very tepid decision that didn't change much.
The very fact that they're hearing this case for the second time within 3 years sends a chill throughout the civil rights community. Here, there are buses that have already entered.
So the fact that this case has attracted the justice's interest again, particularly 3 years after Abigail Fisher herself had graduated from college, suggests that particularly the conservatives on the court who have been skeptical about the use of race have something more they want to say.